What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Killer Keemstar, and I am here with
Thrust Blade.
Thrust Blade.
Only use me thrust.
Holy crap. Well, we're going to get into it, but first I want to give a big shout out and a big thanks for this episode's sponsor.
Brought to you by
Corporal Bruno.
Bam.
If you guys remember, this guy sponsored our very first episode that we started doing sponsorships, right? And he has a website that's Corporal Bruno, and we're going to link that in the description. But today, what he wanted us to promote for him was his YouTube channel. And his YouTube channel is...
Corporal Bruno?
Yep. It's good.
Obviously in the description, but if you want to spell it out, if you are so inclined, it's CORPORALBRUNO. Corporal Bruno.
Yes, so if you're listening to this on iTunes, now listen, I would like to see him at 1,000 subscribers. How many subscribers does he have right now?
Doesn't he have like half of that, like 500?
He has 500. Well, he has 494.
Okay.
But after this podcast airs, all right, I want to see Corporal Bruno at 1,000 subs because that dude's a legit dude. At least. That dude's a legit dude. He's cool as hell.
We actually have an experience with him. There is a podcast called the Drunk Sex Podcast.
Yes.
Lots of people have been on it. Elphys has been on it. You and I were actually on it one night, and it was pretty awesome. But he does a lot of podcasts, but he's part of that one. Overall, cool dude. I think we actually kicked it for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. I don't want to like offend any young people out there, but a lot of times I personally am fans of adults. Mm-hmm. I can't really, when a younger person has a YouTube channel, I can't really get into it. And the cool thing about this dude is he's like an adult.
The only young person that I can actually watch on YouTube, he doesn't really make videos that much anymore, was that guy who camps.
Yeah, that guy that camps.
And so... Because you have to talk about something. You actually have to have something interesting to talk about. You have to have some life experience.
How frustrating is it when a young commentator, like 16 years old, tries to talk about like life experiences, like drugs and alcohol or sex or... Yeah. It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
And I'm not trying to bag on the younger people. It's just as far as like, I'm an adult, and as far as listening to stuff, I would rather listen to someone that's like... been around the block a couple times.
You know what I mean?
Experienced some things. Oh my god, I gotta tell you about this.
Tell me.
So fucked up. So I had the most surreal... I was actually gonna do a commentary about this, but I just figured I'd save it for the podcast. There is a new restaurant that opened up near my house.
Okay.
It's called Moe's.
Moe's. That sounds familiar.
It's like a
bar off of Simpsons.
No, it's not like the bar of Simpsons, but it's like a Chipotle type of place.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so I walk in there, and as soon as I walk in there, all 10 of the employees that are standing behind the counter are like, "Welcome to Moe's, welcome to Moe's." It's like people are like wrapping burritos and like mopping stuff, and like all not in unison, but like one by one, they're like, "Welcome to Moe's." I'm like, Jesus Christ, like
are they have to do that?
They have to do that.
That's awesome.
I don't like it because every time someone would walk in, you'd be like, "Welcome to Moe's, welcome to Moe's." I'm just like, God damn. And you know they don't really want to do it, but they like have to. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you go to
people like Burns should go there for social interactions.
So when you go to Five Guys, they'll be like 2 in the door or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just something to say as soon as you walk in.
Yeah.
So apparently it's a chain, but this location had just opened probably like a week ago, right?
Okay.
So everything's like brand new, sparkling clean. All the employees are like new. And they're like energetic and like they want to do it. It's almost like the thing like, okay, if we're going to start a new one, let's do it right. You know?
It's kind of like the beginning of Thrust. When Thrust first started, everyone was amped up and we made the best stuff, and then it just got stale and old. Mm-hmm. It's the way it works.
There you go. Anyway, so like I'm standing in line, and the line is so long that I don't know if you know the song Freebird. You know Leonard Skinner Freebird?
Yeah.
The entire Leonard Skinner Freebird song played while I was in line. That's a long song. The next song that comes up...
Wait, it made it to a next song?
Made it to a next song.
Okay.
The next song playing on the stereo was Behind Blue Eyes by The Who.
Do you know I don't know that song. I'm sure I did if I heard it.
Okay, I'm sure you did too. So, Behind Blue Eyes by The Who is a great song, right? This girl that was in front of me was just like hipster kind of bitch, kind of like her attitude was just shitty. And she said to her friend, she goes, "Man, I really wish they would have just left Limp Bizkit's song alone." So what? Listen. So if you guys don't know, right? So the Who made this song long ass time ago,
like in the 70s.
Yeah, 70s, 80s, whatever. Like, they made this song called "Behind Blue Eyes."
I don't even know the song, and I know that the Who is like an old school like band,
and they're well known, right?
Right.
And so she was like, she thought, because from hearing the song, because it's basically like the original.
Tell me you said something.
I'm getting to that. Yes, I did. And so she thought that somehow Limp Bizkit was like a reputable band and that no one should fuck with their artistic creativity by stealing their music.
Limp Bizkit became popular from stealing a George Michael song.
I know.
Like, what the fuck?
All right. So that's how she was. She was just kind of hipster asshole attitude. And normally I don't like to butt into people's business, but I'm like, actually, the song is "Behind Blue Eyes" by The Who. And she said, "By who?" "By Limp Bizkit." And she thought that me saying The Who, that I was asking her what band this was. And so I was like, I felt like the old Laurel and Hardy.
Did you tell me you didn't leave it at that?
No. I had to keep on going. I was like,
okay.
Listen, I'm not saying who made this song. I'm saying that the song is made by a band called The Who, and Limp Bizkit remade it.
And what'd she say then?
And she was like, "I think you're mistaken."
What?
Yeah, she said, "I think you're mistaken. This is by Limp Bizkit." And so after that, I kind of got in this mode, like, I'm not going to argue with some, like, 20-year-old
Oh,
girl.
I totally would have been like, "Hey, attention everybody, do you know this song by The Who? This woman right here thinks that Limp Bizkit originally made this song and that they're copying it." I would have put her
for her to, like, think that I was asking her what the song name was or who made it was absolutely fucking ridiculous. So that was that, and
like
then
in a debate where there's no point of arguing because it's just a lost cause.
Yeah,
I am a person that fails to see that. I just keep on fighting. I just keep on arguing.
I know, and it's such a bad.
I'm right. I'm right.
I know, but you reach a point though where you realize, okay, we happen to live on this earth, and there are some stupid people. Okay.
Oh, trust me, I just experienced about fucking 20,000 stupid people.
We can get into that, but like you get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to benefit from anything I'm not a teacher. If I try to educate them, they're going to be too stupid to listen. So
right.
let them be. Like if
I have so much respect for people that just say, "You know what? I was wrong. Like I think you're right." I have so much respect for that because people don't do that nowadays. They don't give a fuck. They're just like, "No, I'm right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can get to a point where you say we agree to disagree, but a lot of times, sometimes like it even matter. Is matter a word?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I get more mad when people concede and say, "Okay, you're right," but I'm like, "No, you don't actually think I'm right. You're just either tired of arguing or you don't want to give me the satisfaction of actually knowing that you're right. You just want to concede." Like, you don't actually believe that. You still are in La La Land where Limp Bizkit originally wrote fucking "Behind Blue Eyes." Stupid bitch. Oh, and then also, the whole experience is weird.
Why is it that we're attracted to stupid women?
Because if they were smart, they wouldn't fuck with us. That's the honest to God truth. Like, every time I talk to a woman and she's not a lesbian, I'm like, "You're dumb. Why are you fucking with us? We just want to, like, stick our dicks in you. Like, we don't care about your problems." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I just don't. I really don't. Like, if a woman's, like, extremely intelligent, it's like a turnoff. I don't care how hot she is. I'm just like, why is it that we as men want women to be stupid? I don't know why.
I mean, we don't want them to be. Well,
we do.
Yeah, a little bit.
We do. There is no freaking man in the world that. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I shouldn't say.
I don't want them to be retarded, like stupid. But like, I don't want them. You know, it's frustrating when they're smart. It is kind of a turn off.
Is it a control thing where, like, the man wants to be in control of the relationship? And I've always wondered that, because if a woman is extremely smart, I'm not turned on at all. If she's stupid as fuck, I kind of like her.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think it's different for everybody, but like I personally. Like I said, if a woman's extremely smart, then she's probably going to be a lesbian. and not, I don't seriously, because why would you fuck with us?
I got so much drama going on.
So explain it. Go for it. I know we talked about it in the last one, but like, what has been the backlash? And explain.
All
your
right,
side.
so basically, what I did, right, is everyone's up in arms and shit. So I uploaded a video, and I said, "Look,
for you guys that don't know, Keem started a thing, the Clan Thrust. Their first video when it first came out was like probably one of the best Black Ops 2 montages.
Barker is the amazing. Barker now is part of Fear."
Yeah.
And, like, I have such a hard-on for him and his editing. It's like, he's now in Fear, but he ain't coming back. But I don't care. It doesn't mean I'm not a fan of him anymore. Mm-hmm. He's a great editor, and he made our first Taj. And Thrust came onto the scene like, look, motherfuckers, we're epic. Because our first montage was like, you even uploaded it to your channel.
Yeah, I uploaded it to my channel. Like, I don't even think I asked you. I was like, dude, this is great. You know what I mean? And I'm not a fan of watching sniper stuff. I'm not. You know what I mean? The only real person that I watch is Grizz. Because the rest of the stuff, I'm just not a fan of.
That's part of it. I want Thrust to be like Grizz. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking... Here's the thing. There is this whole sniping community. People say, you don't understand the sniping community. You don't understand how it works. I understand how it works. You fucking get a big group of people, and everyone fucking puts their montages together, and you upload a montage every single day. What that is quantity over quality, and that's not what I want to do. That's not what I'm in the business of. This little fucker that I got in a debate with, I try to tell him, like, I want viral videos. Like, I want to make a montage that gets millions of views. I don't want to upload a montage every single day that gets 2,000 views, you know?
Yeah.
But anyhow, to get to the root of the problem, for those of you that don't know what's going on, is I created Thrust. Thrust has got really stagnant. The montages weren't getting any views, so I switched it over to a knifing clan. And the whole community fucking went up into arms. The only people that haven't said shit are the Sword people and the Phase people. They're like, that's fine. And Optic people, I should say. But, like, the Obey people and all the little fucking fanboys are, like, freaking out. Like, oh, my God, fucking snipers are so much better than knifing. Knifing's gay. Why don't you just make a Riot Shield clan, you know? So much fucking hate. I got into this live debate with this dude. And this dude goes to me, he goes, you're upsetting the knifing community because you're trying to take the work that snipers did and then turn it into a knifing community and have the biggest knifing clan. I go, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't see the problem in that. This is my fucking clan. Nobody wants that's in this argument that's upset wants to justify in their brain that this is my clan. Somehow it's the people that fucking uploaded. It's their clan, not mine. But they're fucking wrong. So anyhow, this dude keeps on going on about the knifing community. I'm like, wait a minute, what knifing community? The fucking Only Use Me Blade is the knifing community. You know what I mean? Like, they're talking about this motherfucker with 10,000 subscribers, fucking 13,000 uploads of montages that ain't going anywhere in the community. Now, that dude that's sitting there that isn't going anywhere, that isn't getting a lot of eyeballs on his videos, he might have a lot of skill, but he's going to need to partner with somebody like me that can put him on a bigger stage and draw attention to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to offer and thrust. And these motherfuckers are crying. Oh, my God. Like, it's ridiculous. I have got more hate over turning Thrust into a knifing clan than I received love for saving a 10-year-old kid that was being bullied.
Yeah.
Now, fucking, you scale that shit up.
That's crazy. I mean, okay. So I've always kind of done my own thing. You know what I mean? I've always been kind of solo. But there are knifers out there.
Yeah, but
as far as us being a community, I don't know, but I do know that there's a lot of knifers out there that do good work.
I want a knifing team that is on the level of Phase more than anything. I want a knifing team, and that's why you're here. So I need you as a leader. You are the leader in this fucking knifing community, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
You know, and you've always focused on doing your own thing. But look, here's my personal thoughts. You're coming on a time where you're going to probably be doing some different stuff. You know what I mean? It isn't always going to be exactly how you have it right now. So why not pass your legacy down to more people? You know what I mean?
I'm not going to pass it down, but
I'll
spread it around. How about that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if you're saw as a leader, you know, you got to take the people. Perfect example. and trolling. You know, a lot of people look up to me as like the originator and stuff. You know, people that are new that come on the scene that don't know about FAG, well, obviously they can't voice their opinion and they don't have an opinion like that. But people that were around from them, they look at me as kind of like a leader in the trolling community. So when I created like the Clan Fat, you know what I mean? I'm showing these guys some old videos and like giving them ideas of how this is correctly done, you know, spreading my knowledge. And I think you should do shit like that with knifing, you know?
I don't know. I've never looked at it that way. You know what I mean? Like I've just always done my thing.
After I said that, you didn't see it, but Blade had this like look on his face, like, like.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know. Like here's the thing. There are lots of knifers and people that make knife videos. There's not a lot that do like commentaries, but there are a lot of people that put out knifing clips, that put out knifing montages, tomahawk montages, ballistic knife montages, and it's there. There are people that are way better than me as far as like hitting insane clips.
Well, yeah, because a lot of your commentaries are up to par. That's a lot of your pull.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I mean, I'm not saying that they're like, they always talk about, oh, is this person better or that person better? It's like, no, it's there are some people, like lately I've been going into Ground War and going for clips, and I'm having a fucking fun time. It's added a new experience to the game.
But I don't think it has to be narrowed down that much. I think it should be a more generalized, you know, thing. It should be like, who is the better entertainer? Because what we're in the business of entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people say, oh, he's a commentator, he's a glitch guy, and they try to put everyone in a box. At the end of the day, we are involved in gaming entertainment. And I'm the only one that uses that term. No one else uses the term gaming entertainment. Because they don't see it the right way, I don't think.
I get it.
You know?
I hear what you're saying.
I want Thrust to be the phase of knifing. And nothing's going to tell me no. I don't care if they hack my channel or what they do. I'll make a new channel. I don't give a fuck. Like, nothing is going to stop me.
It really doesn't. Like, when someone tells you no, you kind of look at them like, what language is that? Like, that's what you do. Like, I've had to tell you no before, and you're like, what does that mean? What? Like, you're looking up in the dictionary. How do you spell no? You mean KNOW, like knowledge? Oh, yeah, I know. I have knowledge, yes. I'm like, no. That means no.
Aren't we all like that, though?
No, we're not all not like that.
If there's something that you want to do, who the fuck's
Motherfucker, you will argue with a stop sign if you could. You would have a debate with a stop sign if you
Motherfucker,
could. If the stop sign would talk back, you would have an argument with
I'd be like, you're not red, you are green, and I can go. Don't tell me different.
Yeah. I've been red since 2007, bro. Like, you're just an up-and-coming stop sign. You think I'm going to listen to you? Fuck off. It's so crazy because, like, sometimes we'll be having conversations with you, and then I forget that you're not going for it. And you're just not going for it. As far as me telling you no, you can't do something, you're just such a foreign concept to you.
I listen.
You listen with the intent to reply, not with the intent to listen. Yeah.
Ooh.
You're like, okay, I'll let you go. You're like a battle rap. You're like, yeah, that's cute. Mm-hmm. Are you done? Okay, this is how it is. Like, you won't. That's what. Like I said, you won't listen with the intent to hear what I'm saying. You listen with the intent to reply back.
Have I bowed down before though?
No.
Yes, I have.
What? Name a situation when you bowed down. I'm waiting.
I know there are times where I've said, you know what, maybe I was wrong. And
name one.
I can't think of any.
Go ahead.
I'm sure there's times. I'm sure it's happened.
I'm willing to pause this podcast. And all right, guys, it is 11:30 at night when we're recording this. We're gonna pause. We're gonna stop the podcast. When Keem comes up with a time when he admitted that he was. What are we coming up with? A time when you were wrong?
Actually,
or when you bowed down?
Okay, no. Okay, so I did make an apology for saying the N-word on BattleCam.
That was like two years ago.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there has been times where I've been like, you know what, I'm wrong.
Okay, there you go.
But if you don't know, let me give you the context. All right, a BattleCam is like poor white trash, black trash, Hispanic trash, like the scum of the earth cams up and they all talk smack to each other, right? Mm-hmm. And racist words all across the bar fly, right? And this dude was banning me over and over again, and I told everybody to spam the N-word against him in the chat, right? Well, I did that in video form, so somebody took the video form, and it's like me yelling and me screaming like, everybody call Alex an N-bomb! Like, you know what I mean? So, during Billionaires Challenge, right?
So they took this, they took like a video capture of just that clip of you saying that.
Yeah, there wasn't no context of why I was saying it or anything like that. And again, it's almost like Xbox Live. You hear the N-bomb on Xbox Live, nobody's getting offended. Nobody's getting offended, right? It was this type of atmosphere of trash talk, right? So the video gets uploaded to YouTube, right? And the video has been up there for a year, right? A year later, we're doing Billionaires Challenge, and I think XJaws said nigga. And people were all up in arms for him saying nigga.
This is how that came about. First off, one of the greatest train wrecks in the history of our Call of Duty community was the Billionaires Challenge draft.
Oh my god.
So this is how it worked out. So Billionaires Challenge 1 happens.
Wait,
right?
for those of you that don't know what Billionaires Challenge is, let me explain it to you. I was trying to produce a new MLG, right? And I had all these commentators, and I was trying to get funding from this billionaire guy called Elkie David to create a brand new league in Call of Duty where big YouTubers were franchise owners of the teams so that fucking esports could actually get promoted. What happened is he didn't want to give us the money to do that, so we came up with an idea for like a fucking TV show, pretty much, where big commentators competed for a $10,000 cash prize. And we did it, and it was amazing. It was Freddie Wong, it was Freddie W, it was White Boy, it was Woody Blade, Wings, X-Jaws. All right, and it was awesome. So then we were like, this has been so successful, 100,000 people watching live, right? We are going to do Billionaires Challenge 2, but this time we're going to freaking make these leaders team captains, and they're going to pick other commentators to like basically be on their team. So we're doing the draft. Blade, take it away.
Okay, so we're doing the draft, and off the get-go, it's already like Bad News Bears. Okay?
And this is live.
Yeah, the part of it's just Bad News Bears.
There was no bad news.
No. Before this, there was wasn't there lots of hate because of the fake suicide claim?
No, that happened during it. Nobody knew about it.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm almost fucking ruined it. My bad. So, during this, X-Jaws is nowhere to be found. X-Jaws is supposed to be there. Like, we're calling him on his phone, and he's like, dude, I'm driving there. I'm trying to get home or whatever, right? And he sounded a little bit out of it. And so then when he finally...
He sounded a little bit out of it.
He sounded a little bit out of it. Like, he had just got back from the dentist or something, you know? Like, he just sounded like he wasn't in the right place. And so, like, when he finally got onto the show... He gets on there. I think he's talking about, like, he picked Jericho, or somehow Jericho was in there, and he goes, "What up, Jericho, my nigga?" Like that, to Jericho. Jericho was like, "What's happening?" And so then people took, you gotta remember, though, when people will take sound bites, and people took that and made, like, 15-minute videos talking about how X-Jaws is a racist.
If you think the community is sensitive now,
oh my god,
2 years ago it was way more sensitive, right?
So there was that situation, right? So it was him saying the N-word. Can we get back to the...
So basically what happened is during this thing, Elkie David's coming out with dildos and stuff and sex toys during the draft, right? This is supposed to be like a professional thing, right? Yeah. People in the community were upset about that. And Elkie spurts out that he's going to fucking film a live suicide.
Let's do it. I'm going to do a reenactment. Blah, blah, blah. Talking about the draft, this and that.
I'll be Elkie. I'll be Elkie.
Okay.
So you be you.
So, okay, go ahead.
Also, attention everyone watching this. We're going to be filming a live suicide here on BattleCam June 10th.
Silence. And then the first thing is fucked up because if you go back and listen, the first thing is me going... like laughing, like breaking the silence, because we all thought it was a joke. We're like, whatever, dude. But
see, it ended up being a joke. Elkie was trolling everyone.
Yeah.
He even trolled like CNN and like shit. Like they thought
Yeah.
that this was a real suicide. He did it as a publicity stunt, right? But it ended up fucking the sensitive Call of Duty community started freaking the fuck out, right? And not only were they freaking out about that, they were freaking out that fucking X-Jaws said nigga.
Yeah.
So they start doing research, right, into me, and they find that video of a year prior up on YouTube.
No.
Yeah.
No, let me. Oh, you're right. Because this was when we were at the hotel for Billionaires Challenge 2.
So, yeah, so anyhow, all the people that were drafted in Billionaires Challenge 2 and some of the leaders, right, they all start bailing out. Like, I can't be involved in this, Elkie David's talking about
I
suicide.
understand that to them they felt like the PR wasn't worth it. Like the bad PR wasn't worth their channels.
So they all start bailing out, right? So I ended up pulling like Fisticuffs, Marka J,
Sandy Ravage.
Sandy Ravage, Only Use Me Blade, fly them all out to LA. We're in LA, right? And because all of these commentators that decided not to go, they joined in on the hate train and were trying to put even more shit on it. And they started digging up shit on me, and they found that video.
No. But no, wait a second though. It was a situation where you're like, we're having like brunch or something, right, or breakfast. Like we're about to go down a little bit, and you're like, man, you're kind of stressing out a little bit. You're like, man, everyone's fucking sending me this video. And I'm like, what video? It's like you said, it's a video, just a short little clip of you saying the N-bomb a couple times.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how many views does it have? And you're like, 80. I'm like, when was it uploaded? A year ago? You're good. Leave it the fuck alone. As soon as you told me that, I went back to eating. I'm like, you're fucking good. Just don't talk about it, and you're good. You say, hey, I'm going to go up to the room and change. I'm like, don't go up there and like, make a video about this, because if you make a video about this, that's like the dumbest PR move of all time. Just don't do it. And you're like, yeah, you're right. And then like a little bit later, you're like, I think I'm gonna change my socks or some shit like that. I'm like, you're so full of shit. You're going up there to make a video. I'm like, don't. As a fellow YouTuber, advice, don't do it.
Well, because all right, so here's the thing. All right, most of us have said some racial slur at some point. All right. If you say that you've never had it in your life, then you're fucking lying, because almost everybody has said some racial shit at some point. Out of context, you could be labeled, if you were thrown into the media atmosphere that we have today, as a racist, right? Mm-hmm. Now, most of those people are not racist. You know what I mean? I consider a racist person to be like, I don't want to talk to that race. I want that race to not exist. I want to kill that race type of shit.
Or I think another foundation of racism is that every single person in that race is a certain way, right?
Yeah,
that's how they.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm not a racist, right? And I'm being called a racist for saying the N-bomb. So I'm like,
by 80 people though.
I'm like, all right, listen, I have all this experience and all this knowledge about trolling. This is my opportunity to educate the world. All right. And this is what I said. I go, look, if you go to school with a kid, right, and you start calling him, let's say, a retard, all right, every day. The kid's not retarded. He's a normal kid. He's smart, normal IQ. But you call him retarded, and he starts crying and getting offended. Now the word retard has power over that kid because he's reacting, right? He's giving me the reaction that I want. Trolling 101. If I go to school the next day, call a dude a retard, and he's like, I'm not a retard, you're a retard. All of a sudden, this dude isn't crying like he was before. He's not giving me a reaction, so the word is now powerless. And I said that's the same thing about the N-word in today's society. When everyone gets all up in arms because someone uses the N-word, it gives power to the name. But if no one is offended by the N-word, all of a sudden you can't use the N-word. The N-word has no power. You can say it, but it means nothing. And I said in the younger generations, people don't give a fuck about the N-word. No one's flipping out about the N-word with kids. Kids use that shit all the time. They don't care. It doesn't have the same context of back when human rights is going on and Martin Luther King's running speeches and the fire department's coming off hosing people. It's not the same word, And it's changing, and I go, every time someone flips out when they hear the N-word, all you're doing is creating more racism by empowering the word. And that's the lesson I try to teach to people, and it hit home for a lot of people. It made more attention that I said the N-word, which was, I guess, kind of bad at your point, but at the same time, I think I educated a lot of people.
I disagree. Like I
Explain how you disagree.
well, first, oh my god. So like, just the same way that you're saying, you know, that word, if you take away if you don't take offense to it, then you take away the heart to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you punch someone and someone says "ow" and you laugh at them, and then you punch them again and like that didn't hurt. Well, maybe it still did hurt. It doesn't really matter. But you telling them that, saying let's take the power out of this or whatever.
It's just not reacting. Not reacting. People go up in arms about the N-word. You're giving the word power.
But that's like going to a bank and when it gets robbed and just being like, well, why did you have insurance?
No, it's nothing like that. I got a perfect example for you. All right. When our parents went to school, I'm talking about like in the 50s and 60s, right? If you flicked somebody off and said fuck you to that person, you were fighting. Mm-hmm. You were fighting. That was like you just challenged them to fight. Yeah. Like you're not getting out of that, right? Today's society, you tell someone to fuck off, it means nothing. The power is gone in the word "fuck you." It's gone.
There's still places that and people you don't say "fuck you" to.
I'm sure, but it's not like it was. People joke around, "Oh, fuck you." You know what I mean? The power of the word's gone. It used to be such a holy grail word that if you said that to someone, you were fighting. It doesn't mean that anymore today. Fuck you, Blade. You're not trying to fight me. 50 years ago, if I said that shit to you, you'd be like, we're fighting. You know what I mean? You take the power away from the word, so it doesn't mean shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of having words not meaning. I just don't like the idea of words not meaning anything anymore. That's stupid. So we're just fucking talking. We're just flapping our gums.
Oh, you just said stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. The power of the word stupid is gone. You called somebody stupid a long time ago. You were fighting.
No, because they're too stupid. Like, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. I just happen to disagree with you. I don't see a problem with word. Here's the thing.
We call people retarded all the time, and they're not mentally retarded.
Yeah. I still think that words should have some kind of power. So when you do decide to use them, you know that people mean it. Does that make sense?
Why? Because that would mean that so
I don't want everyone. Okay, it's the idea about what you're trying to do is you're trying to make everyone bulletproof. So if we do shoot at them, then it's not going to hurt them. But I'm saying, what's wrong with being able to have that KO punch sometimes?
So you're saying we should instill the word nigger to make it offend people, and it should still mean a racist term. So if you're ever mad at like a black person, you can call them that. You know what I mean?
Not that particular.
You know what I mean?
Not that particular word.
Okay, then you gotta agree with me.
I just look at it like this. It's a word. It's a word that
if no one gives a shit about the word nigger, it loses its power and it loses its damaging racist effects.
I just look at it like this. If that's a word that people don't want to hear, I'm
perfect
okay.
Example. Let me ask you: cracker, honky, bother you?
Of course not.
Exactly. Who can use it in a racial term? Who can?
Nobody.
You can't call me a cracker, and I'm never gonna get mad. So it has no power. It means nothing. We've owned the word by not reacting to it, by not getting up in arms, by not being offended. We own the word. And the thing is, it's not that black people necessarily are getting up in arms about it. Here's the problem with the word nigger, right? It's white people that are like, oh my God, you can't say that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And those white people that do that shit they don't know it. I think it's not all in bad intentions. They don't know it, but they're giving more power to that word.
Yeah, but I still, you're almost turning it around.
Black people try to take the word and change it to nigga, you know? I don't know. It's the Reverend Al Sharpton and the motherfuckers like that ruin it for everyone. Those motherfuckers just want to keep racism there. I swear to God they do. They say that they're champions of equal rights, you know? But at the end of the day, or civil rights, they say they're champions of civil rights. That's the word that we were looking for. Remember, we
said civil rights last.
Well,
podcast.
that's what I was looking. They think they're champions of civil rights, but at the end of the day, a lot of times they fucking react way too highly to shit that isn't racist at all. there were girls playing basketball for the what is it, fucking Ruggers, some fucking Rutgers, yeah.
Talking about nappy-headed hoes. That
Yeah, and fucking Don Imus called them nappy-headed hoes. And Al Sharpton's like, this guy's got to get off the air. He's a racist. Like, what the fuck is wrong? He called them nappy-headed hoes. Like, tell him that he's being a fucking idiot for saying that. But that's where it ends. It doesn't mean that this motherfucker is racist. This dude has charity events, and he has, black kids that, have some medical issue up at his farm.
I agree with a lot of your points, dude. But, like, the idea of you can say offensive shit to somebody, and if they take offense to them, they're in the wrong. See, that's where it gets backwards.
Yeah, but the intent has to be offensive.
That is true. The intent has to be offensive.
Was Don Imus's intent to offend people, to offend black people, to offend women?
That was just ignorant. That was just dumb and ignorant. I'm sorry.
He just said some stupid shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't up there saying, look, these women need to take care of their hair. These women are sluts. He wasn't saying that. He was saying nappy-headed hoe. Like, he was just saying some dumb shit. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Think it's
crazy.
I'm still in the book where I know you turned it around and said you want me to be able to say the N-word. That's not my case, but I'm saying, like, I still want words to have some power. So when we do decide to use them, they mean something. Perfect example, okay? I had a friend named Garrett. His dad, the whole fucking 10 years that I knew him, his dad said about 3 words to me. When he did say those 3 words to me, I was scared for my life. Because he never talked. He kind of grunted a little bit, sat on the couch, didn't really say something, always looked mad, right?
Yeah.
So for some reason, I always had like respect for this dude. Well, one night, we had some girls and we were drinking in Garrett's room, and his dad came home, and he said, "What the fuck?" And when he said that, I thought my life was going to be over. Like, there was and the reason why is because the value of his words was so unbelievably high because of supply and demand.
Yeah, but that's not the same. You can't.
How is that not though?
Because it's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay, but what I'm saying though,
if that dude would have talked all the time and he still came in and was like, "What the fuck?" It still would have meant the same thing.
No, it wouldn't have because he didn't talk. He if someone talks all the time and then they fucking say something, it doesn't have as much potency. There's not as much venom.
Yeah, but you're
there.
talking about an individual character. You're not talking about the actual words that he said. That's how it doesn't make sense. What you know what I mean? You're talking about that dude's character. You're talking about some Martin Luther King shit.
Okay, I'll shut up. So
we should be judged by our character, not the color of our skin.
But what about a person that never swears? Like, if there's some people that never swear, and when they do swear, it's fucking like, damn.
Exactly. You're not talking about the word. You're talking about the person. You're talking about that person's character.
Yeah, where the words are coming from. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Where those words are coming from. You're basically saying.
So what you're saying is, why the hell would anyone care if Keemstar said the N-word when Keemstar's always talking fucking a bunch of stupid shit?
Yeah.
He defended me.
In a roundabout way, sure. I offended you on that point because now your words don't mean as much.
But again, you're talking about the character. You're not talking about the actual word.
Yeah. That's what, exactly.
Okay, well then we've agreed to that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back to this. But you know what? I think this episode's going to be last episode was called Racism. What the fuck are we going to call this one? Now we need a title. What is up? We are back. How are you doing?
I'm A-okay.
You were asking for Rushford. Where's Rushford? I mean, what's over in Rushford?
Oh, someone that I actually met up with when I moved out here.
Okay.
She was trying to hang out tonight, and she said she's in Rushford, and I don't know where that is.
Rushford is really far away, and Rushford Lake is like where my buddy has a boat and stuff. It's a pretty cool little spot, but it's far away.
Yeah, she just texted back and she said, yeah, that's where she has a cottage on the lake.
Yep.
So,
well, that would be an awesome time if you were out in the cottage, but I mean, it's raining and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I go, like, skiing, or not skiing, but water skiing. What the fuck? What? You can't just interrupt the goddamn show.
Well, I thought it was over. You came in the house and everything.
Well, the show's going on. Quiet on the set. If you're knocking and no one's answering, it means get the hell out of here.
What? It was like a second.
Okay, well, we'll be back to the show.
Alright, fucking relax, dude. What the fuck?
Do we restart or do we just keep that in there?
I think we keep it in there.
I love my girlfriend, but not every time, but a lot of times when we do these podcasts, she interrupts us.
Let her know it's real.
Well, we do the podcast in the garage. I'm working on putting together a studio, especially for the winter months, probably in my basement. And the problem is we have dogs. So Melissa, my girlfriend, is always bringing like the dogs out to go to the bathroom and stuff while we're like doing the podcast. And it's like, no, but she doesn't. She's like, oh, these guys, they're just playing their little game or whatever on the internet. Like she doesn't take it as serious as we do. So
that ruined my mood.
you know what I saw today?
What?
A premium ladder ball set.
A premium ladder ball.
There was a $70 premium ladder ball set, and I put it in the cart, and I was like, no, I already have one. This is just a waste of money, and I couldn't, like, decide what I wanted to do, and I ended up, like, leaving it there because I already have a set. But it had wooden bases, and, like, it had real golf balls.
Oh, nice.
Because, like, ladder ball was originally created using golf balls, and the stuff that we have, like, they're, you know... They're made for ladder ball type of shit, you know. They're not actually golf balls, and it was so nice, dude. It was so nice. I almost bought it. I was like, but I don't really know how serious my ladder ball game is. Like, I get addicted, but you know.
I mean, if I was your next door neighbor, I'd be playing ladder ball with you every day.
Yeah.
You know, what would be really cool if they made a ladder ball set that floated and you could play it in a pool.
I think there is.
Really?
It
That's
does
awesome.
exist. But
that'd be a pain in the ass to like swim over to get.
Yeah, but it's made for like pools that are like waist deep type of stuff.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of ladder ball. I wish there was like a way to. Because here's the thing. I like making videos about stuff that I enjoy. That's why I make videos playing Call of Duty and doing commentary and stuff like that. I'm actually thinking about starting a series just to see how. You know what's really frustrating as a content creator?
What?
And I know it sounds like a first world problem, but like as a content creator, sometimes when you try to introduce something that you generally have a good time with,
Right.
into videos, because it's not Call of Duty, it's not video games, people are less likely to check it out. A good example, you were making DayZ. It's called Leftovers.
Yeah, the Leftovers.
Now, you were saying that everyone that does watch DayZ Leftovers are like, this is amazing.
Yeah, they're still bugging me to make the next episode.
But those don't get as big
Many
of
views.
as big of a viewership. So you're
Because
like,
it pops up in their sub box and they're like, oh, Daisy, not into it, and then they go to something else. Yeah.
And so I think that the only real way that you can break through that is if you're like super energetic and upload. You know, another thing though is playthroughs. If the only way you could really get a playthrough going is if you upload the first one and it's amazing, and then no matter what, that first one's going to get the most views and it's going to slowly dwindle down. Because like when I see a playthrough and it says like part 33, I don't feel like clicking on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what was funny is I clicked on Wings' channel the other day, and I haven't been up on my Wings videos, and he was doing a playthrough, and I'm like, this is kind of fucking pathetic. Like, this motherfucker has almost 500,000 subscribers, and I get more views when I make a video on my 44,000 subscriber channel than he does. But then I looked at the videos, and they were playthroughs, and I was like, oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
because people, when you subscribe to something, you typically like. What are reasons why you subscribe to people? Or you don't even use sub boxes.
I don't use sub boxes. I don't use it the right way.
So I completely understand. Like when I was doing like a Vice City playthrough or whatever, I get why I would get a smaller viewership, because that's not what people necessarily want to see. It's already a niche thing. We're already a niche thing.
You know what's crazy? I'm sitting there wondering, how come people don't watch my shit, right? You know that Frankie DayZ dude that I was telling you about? He's like uploading videos of We Are One or something, or I don't know. He's doing like a let's play of a different game. I don't watch any of it.
Yeah.
I just want to watch his DayZ videos.
Exactly.
So I guess I see where the fans are coming from. But that doesn't... I don't think that stops me from wanting to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I've never really looked at what gets views. I'm going to do this. The only time that has affected my judgment was when I switched from Halo to Call of Duty, because there was no point of making Halo videos. Nobody was watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my god,
Cannot
it looks like real fucking life. It's insane.
Dude,
When is it coming out?
it is coming out like a month and a half or 2 months before the new Call of Duty comes. So we still got the summer.
Wait. Is it going to come out on the new consoles?
No.
It's not coming out on the new consoles.
It might end up coming out on the new consoles as well, but it's releasing on the PS2 and the Xbox 360.
See, this is the biggest fuck up. How do you buy Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto or any game for your Xbox 360 when you know come Christmas time you're going to be on the new console?
Because
You can't.
those games take a long time to develop. And it's not like they're like, okay, we're just going to port it over. You know what I mean? Like, Grand Theft Auto is you have to think, when did Grand Theft Auto San Andreas come out? It came out in like 2005-ish.
I seen a hilarious fucking article.
2004.
I seen a hilarious article. There was an article that they were saying that PS3 was like basically lying and used games weren't going to work.
That's not true.
This guy was like, yeah, they're basically lying. There's no way you're going to be allowed to use like a used game on a PS3. They said the guy basically was saying like they have to 100% cut out the views. I just seen a mouse run over there. He's about to go up the wall. Watch, I'm going to stir him up.
There's really a mouse on.
ran over underneath there. Maybe he ran into a hole.
Okay, so let me kind of explain something about.
I swear to God, I saw a mouse run over there.
Okay, let me kind of explain something about the whole Xbox DRM.
But he was trying to... Here, let me finish this real quick. He was trying to say that there's not enough... that games cost so much to make that if they continue to have the loss of these used game sales, that the industry was going to die. That's what this dude was trying to say. I'm like, what?
Okay. So remember how originally it came out that Xbox One, the original thing was saying that, you can't do used games. What in all actuality was, the reason why they put that little limitation in there was because it's not Microsoft saying, hey, we don't want you to be able to play these used games.
It's the developers.
It's giving the option to the developers in order to, if you, okay.
It's giving the option to the developers.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if, like, good example, EA. EA is notorious for this, okay? When you buy a game from EA, it comes, like, let's say, like, NBA 2K14 or whatever, right?
Right.
When you buy that game, it comes with a online pass.
Right.
Okay? And so then you punch that code in, and so according to your account, that's your online pass. So now when you sell a basketball game, or when you sell that game to GameStop or whatever, and then you rebuy it, in order to get that online pass, you have to pay like $10 or whatever. Okay? Now, I get why they're doing it. It's kind of douchey, but whatever, okay? Xbox wasn't saying we're just going to cut that out completely. We're going to screw people over.
They were saying they're going to give the developers the option.
The option.
But
because of the backlash, they basically took that away.
Here's some fucking hilarious shit. Think about this, right? Imagine if you went and bought a brand new car, and then you tried to sell it to someone and it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. They're like, nope, you're not the owner.
Yeah. I mean, it's
imagine if it worked that way. People be stuck with the same car forever. They can't sell the shit.
Well, I do kind of get what you're saying, because, but one thing about one thing about games, especially like console games, is that there's no real piracy. It's not really.
Yeah.
There's no real piracy if you think about it. If you could just download a movie. You can just. I haven't bought a music album in years.
And people straight up steal games on PC.
Yeah, they straight up steal games on PC, which I think is really. Here's the thing.
A friend of mine stole Minecraft and made a website and let people play Minecraft for free. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, here's the issue. So obviously, like, let's say there's a band. Like, let's say I'm a huge fan of a group called UGK. Huge fan of them, right?
Yeah.
Huge fan of Wale. A new Wale album just came out. I'm not going to the store. I'm not going to iTunes. The reason why is because if you have the option to get it for free, or you have the option to pay for it, you're going to do it for free. It's not because I don't like Wale, I don't like UGK. It's literally if you have the option to be stupid to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I want to support this person that puts in all this work. And you know what's another amazing thing, dude? Is that you can, if you think about how much it takes to make a game, right? Think how much it takes to make a movie, how much it makes to take a fucking album. That could come out, you could play it, you could play the game for 5 minutes, be like, this game sucks, bye.
Yeah.
So you completely shit on everything about that game just because you played it and didn't like it for 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I think that's really fucked up. You know what I mean? Like that's
you went a completely different direction. I'm completely lost with the train of thought. But...
what I'm talking about is that we live in a time where we figured out to get shit for free when it wasn't free to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't free to make. And then when they want to charge for like DLC and stuff like that,
that's like YouTube. A lot of people put a lot of time into their YouTube videos, and people get to watch that for free without like watching ads and stuff like that. You know,
I think that's shitty too.
It's shitty, but at the same time, that's the world we live in. You know,
But why would someone make a product?
I think
if people are just going to, in a way, steal it.
Here's what I think. I think if Google had like a setup account, right, on every single YouTube channel where the audience could fucking donate, right? And it was like a setup thing, right? Mm-hmm. And you got a check from Google just like you got everything else. I think that would be awesome because people that love your stuff will support you no matter what. I mean, you look at the people that we have, the sponsors and stuff that we have for this show.
Yeah.
Right? This Corporal Bruno dude, he doesn't really care if anybody watches his YouTube channel. I mean, I'm sure he does, but not really. You know what I mean? He didn't really care that people went to his website. That dude is a huge fan of our show, and he wanted to support the show, and that's why he sponsored us. I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And the same thing with my favorite artist or my favorite YouTube channel. If there was a thing where it was completely free and there were no ads or any of that bullshit and people could just donate to it if they wanted to, I think people would do that because I would do that.
What about if I got a question? What about if there was like a sharing aspect of it? Like let's say that there was no ad block because I think ad block's super douchey. Okay,
right.
But like let's say like on Twitch, when you go to Twitch, you have 3 options. You can just sit through the ads and it pays the director. Okay, or you could pay the director $5 and never have to watch an ad again.
Yep.
Or you can pay Twitch $10 and you don't have to watch anybody's ads.
Right.
So if there was a thing on YouTube, because right now people if you use ad block, I understand that it's beneficial to you so you don't have to sit through ads, but you're literally, in a way, you're kind of stealing.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds fucked up.
I actually, you know what, though? Ad block, I actually used ad block for a short period of time. I don't anymore because I don't believe in the principle of it, of me being, it's hypocritical for me being a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. But ad block doesn't work all the time. Like sometimes YouTube will like completely fuck up your computer if you're using ad blocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't load, right? Because they try to put like some blockage shit in there.
Yeah, I mean,
so it isn't bulletproof if you use ad block.
I understand that that you know, obviously if you have the option to not watch ads and watch ads, I get that, but like you have to think that when people out there, that when this whole new age of YouTube, I'm talking about mostly the gaming community.
I can prove the point. If we put like some type of like donate thing to here, I guarantee people would donate to keep the show up and going, because we don't make really jack shit from doing this. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't. You know, our sponsor. The amount that we charge for a sponsor is so incredibly low compared to anyone else that would do this. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. So we basically do this for fun and for our fans' entertainment, really. And I think if there was like a donate button, I think you would be shocked at how many people love this and would support it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you want to try it?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll put it on YouTube. In this, we'll have some donate thing somewhere. And I guarantee that people, you know, even if it's $1, you know what I mean? Yeah. People will send something because they love the show and they want to support the show. Because I know I would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you look at PKA, people are huge fans of PKA, right? Mm-hmm. This fucking a pizza doesn't cost like $300.
Yeah.
You know, Woody would have like a donate here for a pizza, and there'd be like $300 instantly. You know,
Yeah.
like, and it's not because people are like, oh, I want to buy him a pizza. It's because people support PKA. You know,
And why is it that people give other people shit for being supported? I don't get that. Like, okay, I follow a lot of porn
like it
stars.
has nothing to do with them, and they're bitching that they're
Yeah.
raising money or something like that. I don't get that. Well, here's the thing, you know, and obviously Jesus' situation, we thought that was kind of fucking hilarious. Everybody gave him criticism because it was like, this dude is like uploaded a video having a mental breakdown, like asking for money, right? It was really the situation. If he would have been like, guys, I have a donate button here, having some hard times with financial stuff. If you really support my videos, if you could throw something in there, that would be fine. And then the rest of it was like a normal video that he would do. I
It'd
think
be completely different.
completely different.
Completely different,
So I don't think it's necessarily wrong that people criticize people for asking for money all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I okay, if that option's out there. Oh, question. So you did a thing where I guess, so Wings did this thing where he made a P.O. box so he can get fan art.
Yeah.
Because apparently he was making like a desk.
I have a P.O. box, and I've received one letter.
Oh.
I'm so, like, I feel like a nobody. I have a P.O. box. It's in the description of all my videos on Killer Keemstar, and I've only got one letter.
That's lame.
And you know what the dude sent me?
What?
He sent me coupons.
Coupons? For
Yeah.
what?
It was just like, this dude literally saw the P.O. box, and he grabbed a bunch of junk. One of them was like a fucking, like a business card of some random business, coupons. There was nothing of importance in there. And in the letter it said, Keemstar, I'm trying to save you money, or some shit like that. It was the stupidest fucking thing ever.
Well, it's nice of him, but
It was
still,
funny. It was funny. I laughed.
You know what's interesting is, so I follow, like, I stopped doing it.
Tell me about the wing situation. And by the way, if you're out there and you want to send me something, you can get that P.O. box. I'll just tell you what the P.O. box is. It's P.O.
No, just let him.
All right, go find it. Go ahead. Tell us the story. Come on. We're losing track.
So I used to follow a lot of porn stars, and porn stars have this thing where, you know what an Amazon wish list is?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you had one.
I still have it. So I, as a joke, not even a joke, I basically made an Amazon wish list.
It was before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was before Christmas. Actually, that's a good point.
That's why you made it.
Yeah. And I still have it, and it's like, it's on my Twitter or whatever. And here's my mentality on this, okay? I'm not putting on, actually I did put on some crazy outlandish shit on there, but like,
Right.
you know, my thing is this. I'm not saying, listen, you have to buy me something. God damn it. I make these videos for you. I'm sweating at my computer. I need you to buy me something. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like,
Blade Sweatshop.
yeah, I'm not saying I'm not holding videos hostage for you to buy me something on Amazon. But if you want to buy me something on it, you can do this, and you can like buy me whatever.
You didn't even like promote it. You just have it there.
No, I have it there. Like
Yeah.
if you go to my Twitter in my bio,
And people have bought you like movies and all kinds of cool shit.
all kinds of just. I mean, nothing outlandish, but it's like something it's cool. It's appreciative.
The only thing I don't like about that
Mm-hmm.
is you don't really know who sent it, so you can't thank them properly.
But this is what I do. Whenever I get something from somebody, what I do is I take a picture of it and I tweet it out saying, "Whoever bought me this, thank you. I really appreciate it."
But the thing is like, okay, so here's the thing. If I were to donate to someone, right, if I'm a huge fan of, like, let's say, Only Use Me Blade, and I want to
You don't have to say it like that.
that Only Use Me Blade guy. If I'm a huge fan of you and I want to, like, donate or whatever, I know if I send, like, a PayPal donation, you're going to know that it came from Daniel Keem. You know what I mean? And you're going to be able to say thank you.
Okay.
You know? And I can add a little message in there. It's not the same thing with that.
But here's the thing, though. This kind of goes along the same idea of, I don't want to call it charity, but if you were a charitable person, and we've had this discussion, and I agree with you on, like, charities are kind of a scam because the money doesn't actually go to whoever you're donating to.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not get into that. We've had whole podcasts about that. But Steven Spielberg did it best, right? Steven Spielberg donates a lot of money, right?
Yes.
And whenever they ask him, like, how much did you donate, who'd you donate to, he never says. And people are like, why? He's like, I'm not donating for the good PR.
You just fucking nailed an argument I've had with Mr. Gamertag. But go ahead.
Okay, you don't donate, like, I don't donate to a fund or to a thing for the PR. Now, a lot of times when he does donate, they make like a plaque or whatever, but he's actually said to people, he's like, listen, don't spend the money that, if I donate you money, don't spend any of that money to make a plaque for me.
Yeah.
Use that to go to the thing.
Yeah.
I'm giving you this money because it's a good cause and I want it to prosper. And so he, like, and people actually released one time, they're like, oh yeah, he donated $1 million to this, and he was pissed. He's like, please don't release the information.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what happens is people will be like, they want to donate, but they want to donate money not for the good of the cause. They want to donate the money
For the PR.
For the PR.
Well, see, I got into a debate with Woody once because he raised money, asked his subscribers to send in money to help one of his subscribers that was going into a bad problem. And I was like, if you're a really good guy, you wouldn't fucking do that. And so people were calling me hypocritical because when I helped the 10-year-old, I made a video about it. Mm-hmm. But what I don't think people understand is I wasn't doing that for good PR. I was doing that because I am somewhat of a leader in the trolling community, and I wanted to make a statement to everyone out there is this is not trolling.
Oh, and also,
you know what I mean? That's
also, just so you guys know, that video, the video that Keem made, right? And I didn't know this until he told me, and I found out about this. But like the video that Keem made where he helped out the kid, right? There's no ads on it.
No.
There's no ads on it. So all these people, first off, you have to be a
Actually,
hater.
Wait, I got to stop you because I switched partnership and they blast the ads on every one of my videos.
Okay.
So it does technically have ads on it now, but the first 500,000 views had no ads.
So here's the thing. My take on this. I want people to look at themselves. When this situation happened, right? Let's forget about Keem for a second, okay? When this situation happened, a kid got bullied. Keem saw it. He made this video, got this kid to actually play with FaZe, and that video was awesome, right? If you're watching that video, if you're sitting at your computer watching that video, you're not a fan of Keem, so I don't even know why you're watching it, but like, let's say you hate Keem, and you watch that video, and you're like, what a fucking scumbag. He's only doing this for this or this. You're a bitch. Honestly, dude. Like when
Thank you. Because I did get a lot of hate. I got hate from Minnesota Burns and Straight Up Knives. Both of them said that I was fucking using the situation for good PR.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. Like, if you look at that, if you see a good deed, and the first initial response, and I can understand why you might be hesitant or think maybe there's an ulterior motive or whatever, but like for you to go, what a fucking asshole, when someone does something good, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I get it.
But at the same time, now that whole thing that you just said, people looked at me the same way when I criticized Woody. They're like, he's doing something good. What the fuck's wrong with you? My main thing was with that situation was like, you didn't have to do a YouTube video and you didn't have to ask your fans to donate. You could have just did it silently. You know?
I get that, but at the same time, I'd still be like, dude, if he's doing a good thing, let him do a good thing. And first off, you can never... People have this weird thing where they think they know someone's intentions. They think they're in the brain of Woody or they're in the brain of you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you're wrong. Or a lot of times the people are wrong. Can I talk about this whole... Okay, this... apparently there was this YouTuber, I don't know who the hell he was, but he made a video, there's all this hoopla about girls that are gamers in our community, right?
I missed that. What?
Okay.
When did this happen?
How about this? Let's pause it. Let me show it to you, and then I'll give you the backstory when I come back.
Okay. All right. So we just found the video. Thank you, Twitter.
Yeah. So to pretty much bring it up,
the dude's channel is HAOKIO. If you're on YouTube, if you're trying to find the video, but it's pointless to even go watch it because I'm only 2 minutes in, and I think this guy's a fucking flaming homosexual who hates women.
Yeah. So one thing what his argument is from what I've seen, right, is that there are girls that play games, call themselves girl gamers, and he has a problem with girls that call themselves gamers when all they play is like Call of Duty. So apparently we live in a world where this Shakio dude,
Yeah.
that we need to change. We need to live by his definition of what a girl gamer is. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, listen to me right now, all right? Especially to all the women that listen to this podcast, which is all 10 of you. When a woman, right, shows a little cleavage, right, whatever, and she's like a gamer or something, this bitch gets so much hate for a bunch of other girls and even some dudes that are like, "Oh, you're a slut. Oh, fuck you, slut."
If you see a girl in her bra and panties and you got a problem with that, you're a homo.
You're gay.
You're gay. If
Like,
you have an issue with that, you're gay.
I want to make a rule where every girl gamer has to be a slut
Yeah.
in every single one of their videos.
Well, you don't have to be a slut, but don't cry if you don't get views because of that.
I just
Sex
hate,
sells.
dude.
Deal
Like
with it.
sexy sniper is fucking fine. Go ahead and hate on her because you think that she's sexing it up for views. Go ahead all day long. All right. I support that bitch because she is sexing it up for views. Because you know why? I'm a fucking heterosexual man. Yeah. I like women.
And to all the here's the thing, to all the girls out there, if there was a commentator, if there was a dude, I'm talking to all the females out there, okay? If you watch videos, if there was a dude and he would do commentaries with his fucking shirt off and he had like fucking six pack and he fucking looked like an Abercrombie and Fitch model, you would watch him. Some of the dudes in our community would watch him.
I swear to God, there is this bitch on Twitter, right, who was bashing sexy sniper, right? And she's like, oh, she's a slut. All she does is being like whoring in her videos. I clicked on her fucking Twitter. You know what she had as a background?
What?
Of her channel? Marilyn Monroe. How hypocritical is that shit?
I'm just
Marilyn Monroe is your fucking idol, you dumb cunt.
First
You're
off,
gonna bash that sexy sniper?
If a girl is using
Marilyn Monroe's whole fucking career was based on selling of her sexual image.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, you dumb bitch?
And also, here's the thing. Everyone has different definitions for everything, right? So this dude is upset that, first off, why would you be upset that a person calls himself a girl gamer? Who gives a fuck? And second,
No, this dude is gay. This black dude, I hope you're listening to this right now. You're gay. You are gay. Like, you're gay. Let every woman in the world can call themselves a girl gamer if they play Mario.
Yeah.
Like, they can do
and
whatever
they're
they
not.
want.
The thing is, bro, they're not checking with you to see if they can call themselves. And you know what's funny? Like, in the complete opposite. Remember when I did a video and I said that I consider myself a casual gamer? I got fucking flamed for it.
Yeah, because you're an idiot. You never should have said that. Because you're not a casual gamer. You're
Well,
a
according
fucking
to this
gamer.
dude, I'm the male version of what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's trying to say that you're not even a fucking gamer.
There you go.
You're agreeing with him. You were just disagreeing with him 2 seconds ago.
No, but what I'm saying though is that I think it's silly that we should somehow. I understand people have opinions, but when people think that their opinion is like the law, gold law and constitution, it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
that's hypocritical for me to agree with, but I see what you say, because there's a lot of times I force my opinions, which isn't really the law, but yeah.
I don't know. I just there's a time when, you know, why do people get so upset if a girl?
Oh, Corporal Bruno's interrupting here.
So, come on, Bruno.
Bruno, what are you doing interrupting? Shh. No, quit. No, stop.
Just close that. Close that.
Bruno.
If a girl wants to be sexy in her videos and people watch, isn't the point of YouTube to have people watch? Now, you may think of, like, I don't know why someone would think of them less. Like, if I were to put my balls on camera, like, show a little ball cleavage, you might think of me less.
What do these motherfucking haters do? Go on Pornhub and put comments on the videos like, oh, she's just doing that for views.
Yeah.
She's just taking that 9-inch for views,
Yeah.
or 10-inch for views.
Now, I have more respect. I wouldn't take a big old 9-inchers just for money. Get the fuck out of here.
You're just doing that for views.
And the people that complain about this are people that 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 don't get views, and the people that do get views and complain about that, it's like, why are you mad about it? Just let them do their thing.
Ladies and gentlemen watching this program, thank you so much for tuning into the BadKidCast. We're available on Android, we're available on iTunes, and we're available here on YouTube.
Last thing I want to talk about. I'm not talking about people that put a set of tits in their thumbnail to get people to click on it.
Fuck them.
That shit's corny, okay? You're basically baiting and switching. That shit's
This
corny.
dude tried to call me a money whore, and I went to his channel, and every single one of his videos had a thumbnail of some, like, sexy bitch. I click on the video, it's just Call of Duty and a commentary.
Yeah.
There ain't no sexy bitch there.
Now, before anybody digs up some stuff about that, I did one time do a commentary
Fuck you, I'm unsubbing.
about boobs.
But then you had a thumbnail of boobs.
I had a thumbnail of boobs. But the commentary was about boobs.
Make sure you subscribe to Corporal Bruno. We got to push him to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to need everyone's support to make that happen. His link can be found in the bottom of this YouTube
And
video.
also, the whatever dude that we were talking about, the reason why we're saying you're corny is because you are corny based off the video we watched. And I don't have time to watch every one of your videos to form a better opinion.
Or
first impression, you're a cornball.
You should definitely have some type of warning statement before you make claims like that. Like, let people know, are you gay or straight?
I don't think the dude's gay, but whatever. Peace.
And butt grease.